the best of our faculty members for you. You're going to see them, and of course, they're going to say a quick hello to you as you get to meet them in class next weekend. Classes will start off next weekend. Part of what we will do in the conversations today is give you an overview of what the whole program will look like, from the technical sessions to the soft skill sessions and to the mentorship sessions, and of course, to the closing ceremony. We have it all packed out for you. And of course, we'll take you through our Impact Chronicles video, just a journey of how we started and how we got to where we are as of today. For some of you, this might be the first time you are interacting with the BNet brand. So we want to tell you what we're about, show you a little bit of what we've done in the past. For others, this is not the first time you've engaged with us. That's amazing as well. That's fine. We will remind you of what we are about, and you'll get to see that at the Impact Chronicles video. And we will have a session for you to give us your feedback, the scholars' feedback. We will take your questions, feedback up to that session of the program. We'll take your feedback, your comments, and of course, we'll dive into a quick, short session on visioning and goal setting. It's the beginning of the year, and it's amazing that we're having this session at the start of the year. So we will see how that fits into our goal setting. If you've done that already, or if you're still in the process of doing that for the year, see how we can put out 1 or 2 pointers for you in the right direction so that you would have a better look of what to do differently, or how to improve on the goals that you've already set or you are still in the process of setting. And after that, we will take you through a journey of what to expect in the YPSP 3.0 Tech Business Edition program, all that we have in store for you, including the timelines and the duration of the programs. And after that, we'll take your questions. I'll be here to take your questions. Our faculty members on the call, whom you're going to meet shortly, will be available to take your questions as well. And then it's meeting you in class next weekend. So who is excited? I want to see excitement in the chat. Are you excited? How are you feeling? Yes, I see the emojis. I'm not going to be able to take questions at this time. I see someone's hand is up. If you do have a question, please feel free to go to the chat box and put down your questions. When we get to the feedback section of the program, I will go to the chat box and read out all of the questions. And when we get to the Q&A session, of course, we'll be able to unmute 1 or 2 persons. Hopefully, we're doing well with time as well. We'll be able to take your questions live, or I will ask that we all type in our questions in the chat box. I think it's just best if you have a question now, just go to the chat box and type it so that you don't lose your train of thoughts as well. Just go to the chat box and type it out. And when we get to the feedback section, I will go and read out all of the questions, and we will take your comments and feedback and respond to any questions that you have. Okay, fantastic. So are we ready to welcome our scholars? Are we ready to welcome our scholars? We have 60 scholars for this edition of the YPSP 3.0 Tech Business Edition. And I'm just going to go ahead and do a run through of all of the names. If you're in the room, if you're on the call at the moment and you can see your name, just go in the chat box and identify yourself, okay? When I get to your cohort, I'm starting from the data analysis cohort. If you're in the room, if you're on the call, I don't know why I keep saying the room. Of course, this is a room. This is a virtual room. If you're on the call, if you're in this virtual room and you can see your name on the screen, or you see your name when I get to your cohorts, please feel free to go to the chat box and celebrate your name. Yes, Blessing, you are top of the list and you're the first person to respond. Go to the chat box and celebrate yourself. If you see your friend's name as well, go to the chat box and celebrate them, because I assure you that this was keenly contested. I gave the numbers during Finishing Strong. We had a number of applications, and we even had to extend the number of scholars that we admitted into 3.0, because in previous editions, we've always admitted 49, 50 scholars max. But because of the number of applications that we received, and because we want to also give a number of people an opportunity to be a part of this impact program, I'm happy to announce to you, hi, Rachel, you're number 2. Interesting. Congratulations to you. So again, for the data analysis cohort, congratulations to Blessing. Oh, Blessing is in the room. Rachel is in the room. Oluwa Sesan is in the room as well. Yes. So Ian Oluwa, Benedict, I'm just going to go through the first names. Akinade Temitope, Ruth Adewale, Daniel Oluwaseun, Wisdom, Philip, John, Adobe, Praise, Love, Millie, Benga, Juliet, Fain, Tolua. Congratulations to you. Mayowa, congratulations to you guys. If you're in the room, go to the chat box and celebrate yourself. Love, I see you. Congratulations to you. And for the business analysis cohort, please join me in congratulating these 20 scholars. I have Victor, I have Grace, Kodri. I saw Kodri on the call earlier. Valentina, Ibukunoluwa, Mohammed, Oluwanifemi, Bidemi, Kayode, Adebayo, Sheun, Emmanuel. Yes, yes, I see the responses. Congratulations to you guys, Samuel, John, Favor, Oluchi, Maximila, Godwin, Esther, and Suleiman. Congratulations to you guys. Yes, I see you. Keep the comments coming, keep the emojis coming. Happy to have you all in the room. And for UI UX Design Essentials using Figma, we have 19 scholars on the cohort. Join me to celebrate Lazarus, Temitope, Chiamaka, Oasis, Bolaji Nwokenye Opeoluwa, Amatu Basit, Kosara, Funsho, Ebenezer, Precious, Salim, Joshua Opeoluwa, Oyinoluwa, Inioluwa, Oyinlola, I beg your pardon, Inioluwa, Francis, and Fuad. Congratulations to you guys. Yes, I see you, Funsho. Yes, you made the list. Congratulations to you. I would say at this point, stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions. All of you are champions. All of you are scholars. Congratulations to you guys. We at BNet Learning, we're excited that you made it into the YPSP 3.0 Tech Business Edition program. And we're excited for the journey ahead for you. There's going to be a lot of learning. So brace up, brace up, prep yourself for it. There's going to be a lot of learning. And of course, we would have the technical sessions, the soft skill sessions, and the mentorship sessions. And at the end of the program, by the time you come around for the closeout session in May, I promise you, if you engage and you actively participate in this program, which is what I'm encouraging every one of you to do, please do not make the best of this opportunity that you have received, so that by the time we come back for the closeout session in May, you will be looking at a different version of you, and you will be sharing testimonials of how this journey has impacted both your personal and your professional development. So congratulations to you guys. I'm excited that you are on the call today. And so I'm going to take you to the next phase of the program, and that is for you to get to meet your faculty members. Are you excited? Drum rolls. Drum rolls. Our amazing faculty members will be interacting and engaging with you for the next 2 weekends for the technical session, the weekend after that for the soft skill session. And of course, during the mentorship program that we will have starting from March, you will get to meet other subject matter experts, and the rest of our faculty team will engage with you as well. So you are in for an experience with the best of the best. And so the first faculty member I would like to introduce is our own Director of Technology at BNet Learning. He will be your faculty member for UI UX designs using Figma. I would like to introduce Muritala Oriolowo. Hi, Muri. Can you say a few words? He's on the call. So I'm just going to unmute him and let him say a quick hello to you guys and tell you what to expect in the class next weekend. Hi, Muri, are you there? Go ahead, please. Okay, I'm just going to continue. We will come back to Muri. Yes, I have allowed you to unmute as well. I apologize. I think there's a bit of... Please confirm that you can unmute yourself now and speak.
Yeah. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Hi.
Go ahead, please.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. I'm thrilled to introduce myself as the instructor for the training session, the UI UX design essentials using Figma. Now I'll be bringing a rich background to the class. And my passion largely lies in design, web development, and all that. And I'm excited to share my knowledge and insight with you guys throughout our learning journey. And I encourage you to actively participate, ask questions, and take full advantage of this opportunity to enhance your skills. So we're going to make this training experience a collaborative and a rewarding one. Thank you for the warm welcome, and I look forward to our time together. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Muri. Thank you. Thank you. I want to be in your class. Thank you so much for being here. And of course, looking forward to all of the learning that the scholars in the UI UX design cohorts will get to experience in their sessions with you. Moving on to the next faculty member that I have our very own James Amosu, who will be taking on the scholars for the data analysis cohort. James, could you please say hello and let us know how you're feeling and what the scholars should expect from your class?
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Thank you, Chine. So my name is James Amosu, and I'm the facilitator for the data analysis cohorts. And over the past years, I've been working as a consultant in the data science space, and my work basically include, building of machine learning models and artificial intelligence tools to empower businesses. And I'm going to take you through the same journey, how you can, build analysis dashboard that can impact business in a big way. Yeah. So that's just what I'm going to be taking you to for the next 2 to 3 weeks. Yeah. And I'm very eager to start this with you. And I also encourage everyone as well to be prepared, because it's definitely something that will take, how will I put it now? It's quite demanding. Let me put it that way, and kind of it involves a lot of technicality. So, but with me, I'm going to make it simple. Use a lot of real world examples to explain stuff to you, so that you can get it. Our goal for you is to get the most out of this program and secure a job. Thank you very much.
Thank you, James. Essentially, James is saying to all of the scholars in the data analysis cohort, brace yourself. Okay, brace yourself and prepare yourself to be in class. And we have our faculty member for the business analysis cohort, Richard Iyoha Osage. Hi, Richard. How are you doing? Can you say hello to all of the scholars on the call and let us know what to expect?
Hello, Chine, and good evening, everybody. Welcome, scholars. Congratulations for making it. Making it. Well, this is my name, Richard. I have been, first of all, to tell you that BNet does not play. I'm a certified business analyst. I got my certification in 2018. I was a student here at BNet Learning 2018, and I passed my exam, and I have been in faculty since 2021. I have worked a lot in the fintech space over the last 9 years, business analysis, product management, all of that. So I want to tell the 20 scholars that are under the business analysis course that you're in very good hands. The idea is to walk you through IIB's structure for business analysis, ensure that you have a thorough understanding of the concepts with, of course, real world examples. And you will see many of my examples when we begin to talk. And just ensure that you're well prepared to write that ECBA exam and clear it at the first sitting. So get ready. It's not just going to be me talking. I would also appreciate that everyone's doing research. You would have the materials you're reading, and we're having very interactive sessions so that these things stick very quickly to us. So looking forward to discussing with everyone in the next few weeks. All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Richard. Thank you, Richard. And of course, the last facilitator will be myself. I will be available for the soft skill sessions and, of course, some part of the mentorship sessions. So, scholars, how are you feeling? You've met your faculty members. You've seen what they're about. How are you feeling? Can I get some comments, some chats? And I have another surprise for you. If you're raising your hand, I had mentioned earlier that we won't be able to take questions. So if you do have a question or a comment or a feedback, please go to the chat box and type out your question or your comments or your feedback. And when we get to that part of the agenda, I will go to the chat box and read out all of the questions we have on there so that we can answer all of the questions. Okay. So if you're raising your hands, I will not be able to unmute you to speak. Please go to the chat box and type out your question, your comment, or feedback, depending on what you have. And when we get to that section of the program, I will go on there and read it. Okay. I have a surprise for you guys. Drum rolls. We have a special guest. I was just scrolling through the attendees to unmute our faculty members so that they can say hello to us. And I realized that our founder is in the house. The founder of BNet Learning is on the call today. I'm going to put him on the spot right away. Yes. And I'm going to ask him to unmute himself and say hello to all of our scholars and tell us a bit about the vision behind YPSP. Hi, John. How are you doing? Can you unmute yourself and say hello to us?
Hi, everybody. Hi, Chi. This was not on the script. I was just passing by, basically.
I know.
But I'm really excited to see everybody here. Hi, everybody. I trust you all doing well. I hope that the year started on a very good note for you all. Like Chia said, this is a great opportunity. You have a fantastic faculty here. They will be providing you the guidance, the knowledge, the expertise you would need on this journey. We live in a time where knowledge is truly power, much more than it's ever been before. And if you have a chance to really learn from folks like Richard and James and Murray and Chine, I would say grab it with all of the strength you have, prioritize this, make sure that you commit to this much more than they are committed to this, right? You're the captain of this ship of your life, right? So I would encourage you to ensure that you commit to learning even beyond the classes, right? Take out time to research topics, to look out for things, to get your assignments and projects work done. Collaborate. You never know where these opportunities here might take you. Again, we are very much happy to be here. This is all about impact. It's all about you. The reason why we have Growth CASA and YPSP and all of these awesome engagements is to ensure that we can help nurture people who can go global, right? So my message to you here is give it everything you've got. Go all in, go all out. Ensure that you make the most of this. I was talking to Chi earlier this week about one of the participants from our very first scholarship program in 2020, I believe, is still my mentee as we speak. He's now in the US, studying for his MBA program. He's almost done. He just got the CBAP certification last year, December, I think 27th, thereabout. He's working as a consultant as well. So good things happen when people work hard and make the most of opportunities, right? So that's all I've got to say right now. It's an impromptu speech, I'd say, but I wish you all the best. And back to you, Chineye.
Thank you so much, John. Thank you so much. Can we please celebrate John Ojura-Besa, founder of BNet Learning, and all of our amazing faculty members, Richard, James, Murray, and of course myself. I mean, from what John has said, be ready to grab. This is an amazing opportunity, guys. Permit me to say it's like a once in a lifetime thing. So I need you all to be attentive. I need you to be active. I need you to engage with your faculty members when you get to classes, whether it's the technical stuff or the soft skill bit or the mentorship bit. Engage, be active, collaborate with your classmates as well, your fellow scholars, network with them. This is all about getting knowledge, networking, and of course, going on this journey together, this learning journey with them. Good things happen when people work hard, of course. Thank you so much, John Lazarus. I'm happy that you caught that. Okay, so we're going to proceed, and I'm going to replay a video for us, the Impact Chronicles video. When John was speaking, he talked about Growth CASA. I'm not sure how many of you have interacted with our brand. If this is your first time of engaging with our brand, how much you know about us. So I'm going to play a short video. We have chronicled our impact journey for the last 3 Yes, plus, just to show you what we've been about, as BNet as a brand is heavy on impact, YPSP is an impact initiative for us, because it's not costing you scholars to be in this program, but for us, it's costing us. And that's because we want to pour into you. We want to be a part of your next journey of learning and development. So I'm going to play that video, sit back, relax, and watch it. And after that, we're going to take a short feedback session before we go into the other sections of the agenda. So sit back, relax, and I'll be back to take your comments and feedback. Yes.
The founder of BNet Learning, in the person of John Ujiragbisa, said, it's not about what we can get from people. It's even not about the revenue, income from training, but more of the value we can give to people. And today I'm happy to announce the list of winners for the scholarship program. We have Olarewaju Babalola, Elechi Idu.
Hello everyone, my name is Emanuela. I am one of the beneficiaries of the Young Professional Scholarship Program by BNet Learning and Kaza. Personally, for me, this cohort and this opportunity by Kaza and BNet has, sort of made me realize that being a business analyst or being a project manager is a skill that, or is a career path that I can thrive in. So thank you, BNet, thank you, Kaza. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
But with a narrow focus on candidates who are interested in breaking into the technology space with little or no experience. This tech edition will have 3 cores. It will be for data analysis, WordPress website development, and Scrum product owner and master. Who are the winners for the Young Professional Scholarship Tech Program for this year? Wow, that is a lot of people. For data analysis, we have Miriam, Elizabeth, Sophie, John.
And then we need to embark on the path that is right before us, like right now. We need to start down on that journey, the path that is right in front of you.
I'm glad that a couple of you, got value from this mentorship program, right? And we hope that you keep this relationship that you have formed. So my name is Chile. As Stella has introduced, this is a collective partnership that we're doing, and we are here as your amazing training providers. I'm going to introduce our faculty members. She mentioned the business and
I am impacting people when it comes to knowledge, and I'm happy when I see the outcome of my impact. First and foremost, for this particular section, this is some of the things we're looking at. The cost outline, we add all of them. So just like what you see here, where you make the differentiation is how you make all the stories. And what maybe what
Okay, how was it? How was it? Can I get some comments and reactions in the chat box? Yes, thank you. I see the emojis coming. That would have given you a little bit of insight into what we're about as a brand. As we say at Binet Learning, we don't just teach, we coach and we mentor. We're interested in the total personal and professional lifestyle development of the individual, everybody that encounters our brand. Yes, there's loads of opportunities available for you to engage with us. Just be sure that you are engaging, you are paying, you are engaging actively. Okay, please do not take this opportunity lightly. Be sure to engage actively in your classes, the technical, the soft skill, the mentorship sessions. Engage. All right, awesome. Yeah, thank you, Emmanuel. I see all of the comments. And so for the next 10 minutes, we're going to talk about visioning and goal setting quickly. And then after that, I would run us through what the timelines for YPSP 3.0 Tech Business Edition looks like. And then we can take all of the questions and answer and questions and feedback and round this up at the dot of the hour. Okay, are you still with me? Give me a thumbs up. Are you still here? I want to see your thumbs up in the chat. Yes, or as an emoji. Thank you, thank you. I see the emojis. I see the emojis. Fantastic. All right, we're still here. All right, so this is the beginning of the year, and as is typical with thank you, Godwin, I see all of the emoji thumbs up and I see the ones in the chats as well. So we're talking about visioning and goal setting, and we're just going to look at that quickly. It's the beginning of the year, and as is typical with the beginning of every year or every beginning of every half year, or people talk about their goals and goal setting. So let me ask, how many of us have set our goals for this year? How many of us have it on lockdown already? I'm ready for 2024. 2024, here I come. I have my goals sorted. I see a surprise emoji. Okay, so let's use the chat box for this. Okay, let's use the chat box for this. You have set your goals for this year, or you are still in the process of setting your goals. My eyes are going that way because I'm keeping an eye on the chat box. So I want to see your responses in the chat. Yes, I have, or no, I have not. Yes or no. Let's keep it simple. Yes or no. If you have set your goals, I don't set them. Okay, blessing. I love that. Great. Fantastic. Happy to hear that. So if you have set your goals for the year, yes, I have. Yes, I have. Fantastic. I hope that we're not just saying yeses because we're seeing other people saying yeses. Yet too. Thank you so much, Funsho, for being honest. Abubakar, no. Thank you for being honest as well. Yeah, I see. Thank you so much, Lawal. Yes, I have. Roots, yes, I have. I see all of the comments. Yes. And all of the people that were honest to say, oh, no, I haven't done this just yet. Okay, fantastic. We are going to have conversations in the next few minutes. My hope is that if you've not done that, that you will be able to take away useful tips and tricks on how you can go about setting your goals for the year. If you have done that already, you will also be able to take away useful tips and tricks on how you can refine the goals that you have already set. Okay. And of course, now that we know that YPSP, I want to believe that you stepped into the new year and knowing that you're going to be a part of the YPSP 3.0 program because we're all contacted in December, right? Yeah, so I'm assuming that you factored that also when you were planning or setting up your professional development goals. Okay, so let's do this. So if we're talking about a goal setting document, we've said it's a written plan. It has to be documented, which is why the document there is plain, is written there, right? Which is why we have the word document there. I beg your pardon. So it has to be documented. It has to be written down. So you can't have it in your head and say, oh, I have set my goals, but it's just in my head. No, it has to be documented. It has to be written down somewhere. So it speaks to the specific things that you want to achieve. Emphasis on the specific objectives, the specific targets, the specific milestones that you want to achieve as an individual, as Blessing, as Funsho, as Lawrence, as Ruth, right? The specific goals that you want to achieve as an individual. And of course, if you're part of a larger team, if you're part of a business at the beginning of the year, your business would have communicated to you what the business goals and objectives for the year are, or your organization would have done that for those that are already working. For those that are in school, you already know you have one goal to read your books, pass your exams, and come out with good grades. That's your goal if you're a student, if you're still in school. Yeah. But essentially, our goal setting document has to be a written document, right? It would serve as a roadmap for you so that all of your efforts that you're making, you're able to then guide your efforts in specific directions in accordance with the goals that you have set. You're able to align your priorities, of course, and you're also able to measure the progress towards the desired outcomes that you have specified in those goals that you have set. All right. And so when we're talking about goals, we'll talk about short-term goals and we'll talk about long-term goals. Ideally, we hear that short-term goals are typically between 0 to 12 months. That's short of a year. And then for long-term goals, you're looking at 1 year and longer, 3 years, 5 years, even 10 years, right? But one thing that we should, all goals have in common, whether it is short-term for 2024, as is this case, because we just started a new year, or it's a longer term for the rest of the decade, or for the years to come. All of our goals should be SMART. SMART means S for specific. It has to be specific. All right. For example, if you're a student, you can have a goal and say, I want to graduate with a first class division, or I want to graduate with a second class upper division. That's specific goals. You can't just say, I want to graduate with good grades. What is good grades? You have to define good grades and be specific. So is it a first class? Is it a second class upper division? Is he a second class lower division? I would ask that you stay within the first two, though, first class or a second class. Essentially, your goals need to be specific, okay? And M starts for measurable. It needs to be measurable. How are you able to measure the goals, right? So for example, in Nigeria, typically we have 4, 5, 6 year courses. Most of the courses are within the four years timeline. That's if ASU does not show up as ASU, right? Hopefully it stays at 4 years, or 5 years for some of the engineering courses, or 6 years for the medical and all the other, in quote, professional courses, if I should use that word. But whatever timeline has been defined, you should be able to measure your goals within that timeline. Or in 4 years' time, I am coming out with a first class or a second class upper division, depending on what that is. Your goal should also be achievable. It should be achievable. In Nigeria, again, using that example, I'm trying to be consistent to use the student example. Maybe if we have more time, we can use another example to run through the setting. The cumulative GPA is 5.0, right? And for you to have a 5.0 CGPA, it means that you have had a 5.0 GPA all through your years. So for year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, whatever that looks like. If you've already done your year 1, right, year 1, and then you're resetting your goals in year 2 or year 3, for example, and you know that year 1, you didn't make up to 5.0 CGPA, there's no point saying, oh, I want to make a 5.0 CGPA by my year 4. It's no longer achievable because you've then missed out. It's cumulative. It starts from your year 1 up to your year 4. All right. So your goal has to be achievable. It has to be relevant, and it has to be time bound within a specific defined period. I'm going to use an example, and I'm going to use the example of, for those of us, those scholars that will be in the business analysis cohort, for example, getting the business analysis certification. Okay. Specific. I want to get the business analysis certification in 2024. All right. We're talking about, I'm trying to use an example so I can drive home this point. I want to get that certification in 2020. Richard is giving me a thumbs up. He's waiting for you guys to come and go through the program so that you can then enroll for the certification and be able to share your testimonial afterwards. Okay, it seems like a lot of people are relating with this second example. So when I was giving the student example, we didn't relate with that. It's fine. It's fine. So for example, I want to get my my certification, business analysis certification by the end of 2024. That is a specific goal. A specific goal, and is also is time bound, right? Because I've then time boxed it to end of 2024. That's 31 December 2024. So it's specific and it's time bound. Is it achievable? Of course it is achievable, because I can go through the classes and then give myself another 1 to 3 months, depending on how well or how fast I assimilate and I study, to go through the materials, go through the simulations and prep for the exams. So it is actually achievable, because this is the first month of the 12-month year. So I can actually write that certification and get it done by the middle of the year, actually. But for the purpose of this example, let us use the end of the year. So this goal is specific, this goal is time bound, this goal is also achievable, and it is highly relevant, because I know that having that certification will open up a lot more opportunities for me globally, right? It will also contribute to whatever professional development goals that I have set for myself for the year. So you see how these two examples, one in academia, one in career, shows us how we can set specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and of course, time-bound goals. But after we have defined these goals that are SMART, whether they are short-term goals, in the case of the example that I have used, or a longer-term goal, sorry. For those of you that are on the call that are saying, hey, let me use the example of I want to get married in another 5 years, or I want to japa in another 3 years, right? Or I want to, fantastic. Okay, John, I see your comment. John Lazarus, let me read that quickly. I want to become a professional UI UX designer working with big companies before the end of 2024. Fantastic. What I'll say to you, John, is I need you to define big companies, because every company is a big company, right? So what kind of company do you want to work for? Is it a fintech? Is it at FMCG? Is it a company in oil and gas? Define what big company means for you. That is you being more specific, and also drill that down, because even in fintechs, there are a lot of companies. All right. Do you want to work for a Nigerian fintech, or do you want to work for a global fintech? I will advise narrow that list down to 5 specific companies, because that way, when you are then even sending out your CVs or your resumes, you have specific companies that you're looking at. All right. We will drill down a bit in the sessions that we will have on CVs and resumes. Is part of this program. So please be on the lookout for that session, and don't miss it, because there will be a working session for us to update our CVs and resumes and prep them for the next big thing that we want to go for. Okay. Thank you, John, for sharing that, John Lazarus. And so I will continue with action plan. So after you have defined your goals that is SMART, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound, you have to define an action plan. How are you going to go about it? So what your action plan should include, it should include your timelines, it should include your milestones, it should include your responsible parties. Timelines, of course, you already can drag that down from your goals in terms of the year or the period or the time. All right, include your milestones. Your action plan needs to be specific down to responsible parties. The things that you're responsible for, include them there. The things that you have other parties that will be supporting you. For example, YPSP 3.0, we are supporting you on this journey. So we should be under your responsible parties for your professional goals, if you have set one, or if you are in the process of setting one for 2024. Okay, so essentially have a defined action plan that includes timelines, that includes milestones, that includes responsible parties that will help you to achieve those goals. And of course, what are the resources that you would need? Because it's one thing to set the goals, it's another thing to define the resources that you would need to make those goals achievable. For example, the example I gave earlier about getting the BA certification, that exam comes at a cost. So there is a financial resource requirement that you need to plan for. So in the resource requirements section of your goal setting document, this is where you include all of the resources that you need. Specify the human resources. Who are those that I need to make this goal happen? Using the example of the professional development, of course, yourself as a primary person, because you have to study, you have to put in the hours to study and go over your notes and your simulations and all of that. Your faculty member, your facilitator, you need to be able to ask him questions as you study. Whatever questions or comments that you have, you need to be able to go back to him with those. And then we look at financial resources. Okay, how am I able to put money together after I'm done with the studying to register for the exam, to pay for the exam? That is a resource. Technological resources, That is a big one because you need a laptop to study for these exams. Yeah. To go over your materials, go over your simulations. You need a laptop, you need data, you need whatever resource that you need. In the resource requirement section of your goal setting document, this is where you properly define it. Okay. And then we go to your monitoring and review. How do you measure? How do you monitor the goals that you have set and ensure that they meet the criteria for your success? So you first of all have to define the criteria that you'll be using to assess the success of this goal or this vision that you have defined. So what are your KPIs? What are the relevant factors? How often do you want to monitor? If your goal is to write the exam by the end of the year, for example, you might define a quarterly monitoring and review process. So at the end of Q1, I'm going to review and see where I am at. What do I need to get done? What have I not done? What do I then need to see where you are at and then see what you need to bridge, whether it is knowledge gap, whether it is financial, whether it is human, whatever that resource looks like. You can't define, oh, I will be doing a monthly review. If it's not a 1 year goal, if it's a 6-month goal, I'm going to be doing a monthly review, for example, see where I am at the end of the month, see what I need to touch up, what I need to move in particular directions, and then see how the essence of monitoring and reviewing is to be sure that where you are at, you have your future in sight. Remember, you have set this goal for a period, a time-bound period in the future. So you need to be able to check yourself consistently and ensure that all of the steps that you are making are in the right direction. In the previous slides, we had talked about how that we need to be sure that this goal setting document provides a roadmap, whether it's the action plan, whether it's the resource requirement, whether it is the monitoring and review section. It needs to provide a roadmap that ensures that all of our progress, monthly progress, quarterly progress, they are aligned towards the desired outcome, which is accomplishing that goal that we have set up in the first place. And of course, as you review, establish a regular schedule. I was speaking to that earlier. Establish a regular schedule for reviewing and adjusting your strategies if need be. If you were studying, for example, 1 hour every day and review at the end of the month and you see that, oh, I still have a long way to go, you might need to adjust your strategy. I can't do 1 hour anymore. I have to do 2 hours. If I have to be ready for this by the middle of the year, I have to give it more time. So the essence of review and monitoring is to see where you are at and then adjust your schedules if you need to be, adjust your reading time, just make sure that all is in alignment with changing circumstances. So because it might be possible that you've changed jobs, you've relocated, or you've started something different that is taking up a lot more of your time. So you need to be able to review and adjust your schedule to accommodate your present circumstance. Okay, that's the essence of having a review schedule and making sure that you continue to monitor your criteria for success. Okay, so that is all that I have quickly I have for this goal setting. I'm going to go to the chat and see if there are questions here. Of course, this is just a tip of the iceberg. This is an orientation session. After we get through the technical bits of this program in next 2 weeks, we're going to delve a bit more into all the other things that we need to align for the year. And of course, in the mentorship sessions as well, I'm not going to be the only one on those sessions. You're going to have other faculty members, other mentors on the call that will be sharing with you about their professional journey, about their life, and also get to answer the questions that you have. Okay, so I see a question here. Oh, this is not a question. I'm trying to read the comments. I want to become a senior BA working with Deloitte in a few years. Fantastic, Funsho. I love that you were specific about the company that you wanted to work for. So I'll also say define few years. What is the definition of few years? 3 years, 2 years, 4 years, 5 years. And of course, I'd like to think that you already know what it means to be a senior BA working in Deloitte in the period that you have defined, all right? And you're also then preparing yourself to fit into those shoes, okay? Abubakar says, ma'am, can you please share this lecture slide at the end of the meeting? Yes, I'm going to speak to that. You're going to get excerpts of this deck, and that will bring me to the next part of this program, what next? What next? So we have talked about a number of things. And so I'm going to take us through a journey of what next. for us. Today we're having the orientation session, and it's going to be for an hour. I have a few more slides to go, and then we can take questions. Next week, Saturday, classes will begin. After today's session, you're going to be getting invites for your different classes, depending on the cohort that you're on, BA, DA, UI, UX design using Figma. Please, your first step towards active engagement is to accept those invites when they come. All right, you get them in your inbox by Monday. So by close of business Monday, please go to your emails and look out for an invite for your class sessions. Classes will begin next week, Saturday and Sunday. Over the next 2 weeks, 3rd and 4th of February, 10th and 11th of February, we will have the technical sessions in our cohorts. So BA folks will be in their cohorts, DA folks will be in their cohorts, UI UX design using Figma folks will be in their cohorts. 3 different cohorts, 3 different classes happening over the next 2 weeks, starting next week, Saturday. After then, on the 17th of February, we're going to come back again into one session like we're having today. All right. So for the next 2 weeks, the classes will be at the different cohorts. The session on the 17th of February will be a general session. Everyone, just like we're on the call today. And we're going to have a soft skills session / a CV revamp. We're going to be bringing a professional subject matter expert on the call to do a CV revamp. So it's going to be a working session. So this is my what's the word now? I'm pre-informing you to show up for that session on your laptop or on your tablet. However, you just be sure that you have all you need and you have your CV handy to be able to edit and make all of the changes. Okay. After that session on the 17th of February, we will take a break for 2 weeks, and then we will come back on the 2nd of March for our mentorship sessions. The mentorship sessions will happen once every month, starting from March, on the first Saturday of the month at 6 o'clock. All right. So 2nd of March, the first session. There's a session also in April. And then that's the first Saturday in April. And 4th of May, we will have the last session. So we have 3 sessions, first Saturday in March, first Saturday in April, first Saturday in May, the mentorship sessions. These will be general sessions, but we will have breakouts when we come to the meetings, okay? We will start off as a general meeting, as we are having today, as a general session, but we will have breakout sessions at some point in the meeting. And then our closing ceremony. I'm particularly excited about our closing ceremony because this will be unlike any other closing ceremony that we've had for previous YPSP editions. Will happen on the 11th of May because we will be having a combined ceremony, closing ceremony, and presentation of certificates and awards. Yes, you heard me right. So all of the certificates will be presented on the 11th of May. So be sure to attend all your technical sessions for the next 2 weeks, your soft skills sessions on the 17th of February, and of course, the mentorship classes that will happen March, April, and May. Let me mention here that you need to make a total of 70% attendance for you to be eligible for a certificate. I'll say that again. All of these sessions combined, our team will be taking attendance at all of these sessions. And when I say our team, the BNet Learning team, okay? And so for you to be eligible to get a certificate of completion for this program, whichever cohort that you were part of, you need to make 70% of the attendance. And 70% attendance means you have to have attended 70% of the sessions. All right. So if we're having a total of 10 sessions, for example, you need to have been in 7 sessions. For your own advantage, I would advise that you don't miss any of the sessions because they are not sessions that you want to miss. 1 and 2, these are specially curated sessions. We've brought in the best of the best for you, for faculty members, for subject matter experts, for the mentorship sessions. These are like once in a lifetime opportunities. And of course, every one of you will be added to a Slack channel where you can further engage with these people, your faculty members, your mentors, ask them questions. I will advise you to make the most of this opportunity. Don't sleep on it. Don't sleep on it. Make the most of the opportunity. Ask your questions before class, after class. We will have the awards and certificate presentations on the 11th of May. The faculty members will tell you what the criteria for the awards would be, but typically there will be an award for the best performing student or the most active or most engaged and all of those other details. So my advice to you, please don't miss any of the classes. Show up engage, be active, do your assignments. I say that again, do your assignments. Show up for your classes, ready to engage with your faculty members. Okay. And then the last thing that I have here, just to run us through what our training schedule would be like. And at this point, I would like to say, if you have questions, please go to the comments, go to the chat box and include all of your questions. After the slide, I will take all of the questions, okay? So now is a good time for you to go to the chat box and type out all of your questions. And then we have a few more minutes. I'll take them and then we can go. So what our training schedule looks like for the business analysis session, like I said, we will all be getting emails, invites on Monday, calendar invites, so that we can block our calendars. Please, please, please accept those invites when you get them, so that it's reflected on your own calendar and you can then plan accordingly. So we have the time for business analysis. We have the time and the dates, right? For all of the cohorts. You can do a screenshot if you want to, including the time and the dates for the soft skills sessions and the mentorship sessions, and of course the closeout session. So this is what the training schedule looks like. Yeah, and it's time for questions. I'm going to go to the comment section now and see if I have any questions so I can take them. If you do have questions, type them. I learned from the goals setting presentation that I should write down my goals and prepare towards achieving them, not just to keep them in mind. Fantastic, John. I totally agree with you 100%. Yeah. All right. So do we have questions? Do we have comments? Do we have feedback? In terms of next steps, you will receive a Google invite in your mailbox on Monday. So by close of business on Monday, please go to your inbox and look out for the invites. You receive 2 invites, one for the Saturday classes and one for the Sunday classes. Accept those invites. You will also be added to Slack channels using the email addresses that you have provided. And of course, see you in class next Saturday. You've already heard from your faculty members. They are pumped and excited and ready to see you in class next Saturday. And we will see you in class next Saturday. Can we switch learning tracks? Unfortunately not. Favor. Let me see no. Okay. I'm just going to scroll up. Give me a minute, please. So I scroll up and take all of the questions one at a time. 1 second. While is this going up? Are we paying for the Favor? You can't switch learning tracks. I don't know why you'd want to. Is there a particular reason? I'm interested. Why would you want to? Because you applied specifically for that cohort. I would like to know, but no, you can't. I would just like to know why you think you need to switch. Has something changed for you career-wise? You can do an email, info@binetlearning.com. Favor, I'd like to hear from you. Praise is asking, please, are we paying for the certificate? No, you are not paying for anything. This program is 100% funded by BNet Learning. It's coming at a cost to us at BNet Learning, but you are not paying for anything. All you need to do is to show up for your classes, get ready to engage with your materials, do your assignments, engage with your faculty members, show up for all of your sessions, okay? So that at the end of the program, you will be able to share your testimonial. As we go into the classes, we'll be hearing testimonials, and even at the mentorship sessions of people that have been a part of the program. Some of them have gone on to get jobs in fintechs. They are doing well. Some of them have actually changed jobs into better jobs. But the key is active engagement and networking. Okay, take that from me. Engaging actively with your materials, with your faculty members, and networking with your fellow scholars. Please do not miss any class, any of the classes or any of the sessions. So to answer your question, Praise, you are not paying for any of the certificates. I had another question here. It says, please, are there going to be break in between the hours of classes? Of course, definitely. You're not just going to go on a roll for the 3 hours or the 4 hours. There are calculated breaks, okay? So Funsha, not to worry, we've got you. Your faculty members, they've done this for years, all right? There are breaks. There are some longer, some shorter. You have 10 minutes break, you have 15 minutes break. But to answer your question, yes, definitely there will be break in between the hours of the classes, okay? So that you can also go to the bathroom, grab something to eat, quickly and all of that. But I'd like to say, please prep yourself for the classes, rearrange your calendars if you need to, so that when you show up, you're ready and you're present. You're on video, you're moving with your faculty member, and you are engaging with them in the class. Okay. I'm hoping I haven't missed any other. Okay, this is a comment. Last year was the first time I put my goals on paper. I was shocked how I was able to achieve them all. Being optimistic about this year's own. Thank you again, Binet, for this opportunity. Fantastic, Francis. I'm not sure was Francis. Yes. Fantastic, Francis. I'm happy to hear that for you. And it's very important, which is why I emphasize it's important to have it written down, because when we can see it, then we know there's something that we can work towards. Those hours are long. Funsho, don't worry, we've got you. We've got you. Yes, the classes are just weekends. To answer your question, Oguni, the sessions are all weekends. Both the technical classes and the mentorship sessions are all weekend. Will the training content be covered throughout the Will the training content to be covered throughout the training be shared before the commencement of the training? Of course, it will be shared, which is why you will be added to the Google Classroom. That is your interface, primary interface with your faculty member. They will be sharing all of the training contents ahead in those classrooms. So for the classes for Saturday, typically you'll get your content by Wednesday or Thursday at the latest, so that you can study ahead and prep to show up in the class ready. Yes. Okay, I think I've answered this. You are not paying for the certificates. I hope I have answered all of the questions. If you asked a question and I didn't answer it, this is a good time to nudge me. Do we have any other questions? If you do have any other questions, please feel free to send us an email, info@bnetlearning.com. Info@bnetlearning.com. Please feel free to send us an email, and we will get back to you with the answers to your questions if you do have them. And before I close this meeting, I would like someone else to say a quick hello. I saw him on the call earlier. Let me see if he's still there. Yes, he's still there. I would like to introduce you guys to our Director of Learning and Development at BNet Learning, Damola Folarin. So Damola is the one that actually engages with all of our faculty members, curation of the learning content for you. Damola is on the call, and I would just like him to say a quick hello before we wrap this up. Hi, Damola.
Hi, Chine. Thank you. Yeah, I've been so happy just, following through the conversation, and I'm happy to see everyone. And just like Chine has said, John has said, and the faculty members have told you, it's a golden opportunity. Don't joke with it. You can literally, you can literally go to the sky and beyond with this opportunity. And so you are the driver. You have everything you need to be successful. BNet is definitely, putting all this together because we want you to be successful. So don't disappoint us. We are rooting for you from this day going forward. And so just, make the best of this opportunity and have fun while doing that. All right.
Yes,
over to you,
definitely.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you, Damola. Thank you. Definitely have fun while doing this, and we're here for you. All right. Next weekend, you're going to be seeing me in your classes. At some point, I'm going to be going around the classes. So please engage and have fun while doing it. So this is it from us. Thank you so much, everyone, for being on the call. I wanted to end this, and I ended it at the 1 hour dot. So thank you so much, everyone, for being on the call. I'm going to see you in classes next week. Please remember to accept the invite when you receive them, and of course, engage in the channels and engage in your classrooms. And I'll see you in the class next week. And of course, see you at the soft skill and the mentorship sessions. And Muri's final word to you is don't play, you will learn. So don't play. Make sure you don't play. The popular slogan for this year is no grief for anybody. Abi, this year, no grief for play. Be sure that you're in it to win it. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in class next week. Bye-bye. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye.